Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, Wisdom of the House of Night. And this is who it's by, back there. If you look up Wisdom of the House of Night oracle cards online, you will easily find this deck. All right. Relationship first, single second, Leo. I got a lot of there's a lot of ramming energy here. Like, woo! I feel like I want to run down the street screaming for some reason, but in a happy, good way. So, what's up with that? Okay. You seem like you're good. Okay. No, this one was face up. Okay. So, the energy that starts off here, like current energy, these four cards are popping in, and I'm using both hands to show that, but you've got the Page of Swords, you've got the Six of Cups, kind of in a receptive, what's going on, letting things just kind of go their natural way, like whatever this relationship usually goes, the current that you usually have, how you usually get along, it's just kind of letting it be how it is. I don't see you actively moving anything forward at this moment, just kind of like watching, seeing what your partner wants, seeing what inspires you, just kind of floating on the water a little bit, enjoying life. Leo isn't usually just one to sit around, but I'm kind of feeling like I don't feel you stagnant, but not really moving in a direction. Not at least when it comes to this relationship. You're not trying to get anything to happen. You're just kind of like, it's here, it's good, I'm enjoying it. You got other things around you going on, so it's just like, this is good for now. Cool. It's normal mode is what I'm getting. With the Six of Cups, I just feel like it's normal current, it's normal atmosphere is pretty much what's happening, whatever that is for you. It's just, business as usual, if you will. Now, your partner, this is interesting. They've got the Eight of Swords and the Hermit card. They got thoughts going on. They got thoughts, they got things they want to happen. They're considering this, they're considering that, but they're not seeing a way. Like, they're not seeing a way to get you to go the way they want to go. And I almost feel like they're biding their time. They're trying to find an angle to present something to you so they can get what they want. But they want to present it to you in a way that's enticing to you because they know if they inspire you, this is like a slam dunk. If you're into it and you're excited about it, the two of you will work together. This will happen easily. But if they can't inspire you or want for you to want to do it, then it's kind of like an uphill battle to them. And I'm also seeing here with that, they have the Knight of Cups coming in. This is something they want to share with you and enjoy with you. But I feel like part of them is kind of like, they're not sure you're going to be into it. Whatever this is. That seems kind of interesting. So, this does come forward. The thing is, well, does it come forward? Or do they just kind of wait their time too far? Something comes forward. And I'm seeing you with the King of Wands in the future. And spiritually, you have the Two of Wands. I feel like they wait out a little too long, actually. If they bring it forward, it's just, you've already started moving forward on something else. It's almost like I feel like, for example, next February, they want to go skiing at this certain resort with a couple friends. And they're not really sure you're going to be into it because they're more their friends than your friends. So they're biding their time trying to find a way to bring this forward. And they're just not saying anything. They're just kind of like, oh, maybe I could bring it forward now. Well, maybe not now. They're just kind of hemming and hawing. Like, I don't know if you're going to go for this. So I have to be, I have to wait till you're in a good mood. Maybe that there too. But what happens is I see you with the King of Wands and the Two of Wands. You're like, oh, we have that time. We have that free time in February. And it's like you book a trip for somewhere else. Like, we're going to go to the Caribbean. They wanted to go skiing, for example. You're booking the trip to go to the Caribbean. You're like, hey, surprise, we're going to the Caribbean on this week. Yay, we both have it off. Isn't it fun? And you're moving forward, and you're just very excited and going forward. And I see them responding with the Ten of Cups, like, oh, yeah, that's great. That'll be fun. That'll be a wonderful thing. That whatever they wanted to do, it's kind of like, gone. The world is telling me whatever you decide to do, it's just going to be that instead of what they wanted. But not for nothing, in your defense, I don't see them really bringing it forward. So it's kind of like they never brought it forward to you. I've got face down this card, which is loyalty. And I feel like at this point, because they waited too long to really bring it forward, they're not even going to bring it up after the fact. I feel like this is a missed opportunity. And it's a missed opportunity that you would have enjoyed just as much. I don't even think it would have bothered you. If they brought it forward earlier than this, you would have been cool with that. Because I literally feel you moving things forward really quickly. And I'm getting this House of Night feel here. Like, you know that something's a little weird. Why is that here, though? Because I feel like, no, it's kind of feeling like a surprise. Like, I feel like you're surprising your partner. That's kind of what it feels like. I don't feel like that, like you don't belong feel. I feel like you're just trying to make something work out. You're kind of surprising your partner, and you're kind of catching them a little off guard for some fun. You know, it's not a bad thing. You're just surprising them. I feel like you're surprising them. And that's kind of what I'm getting with that House of Night. That's not usually how that card comes through, but that's okay. What they're saying, your challenge card is the Nine of Cups. This could go a little bit better in the sense of, like, before, instead of surprising, if you bring it forward and kind of like, would you like to do this in February? They might bring forth that opportunity so you can evaluate both at the same time and decide which is better. So that's an option instead of surprising them, which I feel like the surprise is part of the excitement for you. Bringing it forward and saying, hey, you know, I'm thinking about, you know, getting some plans together for this time of year. I mean, we both have this time free. What do you think? They might just spill the beans and say, oh, yeah, well, so-and-so has this going on up at this resort. I'd like to go if you're interested. And you'd be like, oh, that's an idea. Let me look into that a little farther. And that might work for you. It'll change the outcome, but I feel like you're still just as happy. If you don't bring that forward, which it looks like the way this is naturally progressing, I feel like the surprise is more what you're motivated to do. It just feels like that. If you don't say anything, they're going to be upset, but they're not going to bring it forward because they can't be upset with you because you had no idea. And I feel like they're kind of heartbroken. They're disappointed because they wanted to do that other thing, like that resort thing. They wanted to do that snow resort thing, whatever. They wanted to do it if that's how it's hitting. They did. They really did. They were kind of like, they were kind of, what do you call it? Thinking about it. They were hoping for it. They were wishing for it. They wanted it to happen. They're disappointed that it can't. But they're not telling you, and this is face down, because it's love. It's not your fault. You did something really nice for them. They just never communicated about it. So they're disappointed and they're sad, and it's an opportunity that's missed, but they're not even communicating it to you after the fact because they never told you. Now, the Empress shows up after the fact, and I'm already getting this energy where I feel like you're going to find out about this down the road. You're going to find out that you were invited or that your partner had the open invitation and they just never told you about it. And I do feel like the Empress coming forward between the two of you is telling me that this will, sooner or later, you will find out that this opportunity was there after the fact. Like, so if you just do the surprise thing, after the fact, somewhere down the road, not soon after, but a little ways after, you'll find out, like, things were going on, that you could have been a part of it. And I feel like you're going to be kind of not, I don't want to say annoyed with your partner, but you're going to kind of question them, like, why didn't you say something? Why didn't you tell me? We could have changed things. We could have done things differently. That would have been a fun thing to be a part of. Like, did you not want to really be a part of that? Like, why didn't you say something? And I see them kind of saying, sorry about that sound in the background. I don't know what machine did that, but there you go. I feel like you're just kind of questioning, like, why didn't you just tell me? Missed opportunity. I feel like the only way around this for not playing out the way it looks like it's going to play anyway is just to like try to plan it less as a surprise and more about, you know, this time is coming up. I was thinking about this or that. What do you think? And they would probably spill the beans and be like, well, this is going on too if you're interested. And then you might go for that because I feel like this is something you actually do want to do. It's just they're not bringing it forward. That's the thing. I think it's something you would actually enjoy and that they would enjoy too. This would be a good thing. I just don't see them bringing it forward. And after the fact, when you find out, you're just kind of like, why didn't you tell me? We could have done that. All right, I hope that makes sense. I think it does. So I'm going to let that be there. I just feel like it's saying that like, things could work out better than expected. I just feel like that's the thing. And it's just one of those things where you find out after the fact, like down the road a bit, and you're just like, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you just tell me? Like seriously. Let's do Leo singles. What do we have for single Leos? Messages for single Leos. What do we have for single Leos? Messages for single Leos. What do we have? I feel like we should stop. Okay, let's go. There's 2 cards there, if not 3. There's 2 cards there. Sometimes it hasn't happened a lot today, but sometimes this deck likes to do that. I don't really feel like we want to do much with this deck. So 2 is going to be it. Okay. So, you've got the 7 of Cups and the High Priest at the bottom. Single Leo. You got a lot of options around you is what I'm getting. And I've felt this energy before with Leo. This sounds familiar. Just kind of like there's a lot of opportunity around there, but who matches me? You know, I want somebody that I'm going to be happy with today, tomorrow, and a year from now. I don't want something that's just passionate now, but like a year from now, I'm just like, oh my God, I can't stand this person. So you're trying to be a little bit more disconcerting with it. Kind of like, you know, yeah, just because there's passion now, will there be passion later? Will that passion go sour? You're trying to be a little bit more, like you're balancing it out. You got the 2 of Pentacles. You're trying to plan ahead more. Not like every little detail, but just kind of like, do we match? Do I match with this one? You know, is it really like, do we go in the same direction? You know, is this person more of a home person? Or do I like to be home? Do I prefer to be out more? Leos tend to be more out in the public more. I get that. I have met a couple, though, that like to be homebodies. They're very active in their own home, I'll give you that. But still, I have met a couple that are like that. So, still got the active, though. Still moving around, still communicating quite well. Still very involved with people. So it's very interesting. There's still that kind of connection. But the thing is, you're just trying to, you know, like if this person is mostly, the person you're attracted to is mostly sedentary, they don't really go out and do much, they just seem to like watch TV more than anything else, even though there's an attraction there, you're like, I don't think that's going to match. And I see that you've had very passionate connections in the past with people that you've very much been in love with and have been in love with you, but you just haven't matched personality-wise or what you like to do. You like to do these types of things, they like to do those types of things, and after a while it just created a wedge. And you're like, I don't want to fall for somebody that we're going to go in different ways and just kind of not be together. Like, I want somebody who's going to be in my life, to enjoy life with. I'm going to go on trips with somebody who wants to do things that I want to do too. Like, we both want to do these things. We both have similar interests. It's almost like you both have an interest in football, or you both have an interest in skiing, or you both have an interest in dancing, or whatever it is. You want something that's going to bring you closer together, not something that you do some things, they do some things. You want something that ties you more closer together. You want a partner to do more things with. How long can we talk about that? I don't know. Now, in the center, you got the Knight of Pentacles with the Emperor, and right behind the Emperor, see, somebody's around you. And somebody, see, I'm getting the Ace of Wands here. Like, there's passion here. Somebody that's very active. But when I'm getting the Knight of Pentacles and the Emperor, and right behind the Emperor, the Seven of Swords, this is one you can't seem to tack down. It's like they're constantly in motion, they're constantly doing this, they're constantly doing that. You can't seem to get them to tie into you. And I feel like you're not really trying to, like, capture them, if you will. But you're trying to get them closer to you, and you're trying to start a relationship, or trying to find a way if you can start a relationship, or trying to get more dates in, or something. And it's just like they're so elusive. They're doing this, they're doing that, they're over here, they're over there. You can't seem to peg them down. You can't tack them down anywhere. And I feel like this is a constant thing. It just keeps going like this. It keeps going like this. There's somebody who has your interest. It's just you can't seem to tack them down. And there is passion there. They do like you a lot. I just feel like you're having a hard time getting a hold of them. The thing is, this is part of why you get along, because they're so active and they're doing this and doing that. You actually admire that. You actually like that, is what I'm getting. And you get along with them quite well, and you got the passion for them. The High Priestess of Water is telling me the emotions are there. It is reciprocal. And you're just trying to, like, let things naturally come together. I just feel like it's just not seeming to happen. The thing is, you really do like this one. And you're like, all right, I'm not tripping over myself in love, but I do have strong enough feelings, and I really want to try to get a hold of this one. I just can't seem to grasp onto them. It's like they're covered with butter, and every time you grab onto them, they slip right out of your fingers. So as we keep going forward, I do see you communicating with this person like, hey, let's get together a little bit more often. Let's see like how much we really do match. Let's try to like coincide a little more. Let's try to plan things together and do more things together. And I see this happening, and I see the moon card right with it, in the sense of like they're reciprocating this. They're like, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do more things together. So the moon card is telling me it's like it's happening, but I don't see anything going up a level. In fact, the way this is ending is the Page of Swords. It's kind of like you do end up doing more things together, but I feel like it's just kind of like it's hit and miss. It's just not going into the next level. When I'm seeing the Page of Swords, I just feel like this is not going to the next level. And whatever it is at this point, it's just kind of like you seem to be like stuck in between gears. It's not really catching. It's just kind of like you're not going into the next gear. You're not falling back. You're not going ahead. You're not going, it's not going forward or back. It's just kind of like, I can't seem to go anywhere with this. I don't see that changing, to be honest. I feel like this one will probably not happen. Because I just feel like the two of you are so active in different ways and just doing your own thing that it's just not seeming to lock in. It seems like you have a good time together, you get along quite well, but it's just not going to the next level. It's a good connection, I just don't see it going to the next level. And that's how that one ends. All right. I'm going to let that be there. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.